Trucking, finger licking, trying to keep it in between the lines. Bird dogs are hunting, straight pipes are puffing. I'm loving this diesel life. County Mountie in the middle, think I just peed a little. Glad I ain't got no panties on. Don't need no bugs on my glass, bears on my ass, or pop singer singing country songs. Chicken trucking, big wheels they're humming. High rate of fuel consumption, missing mama, needing loving, rolling with the weight of sound. Running like a southern shaker, I don't need no 40 acres to turn this rig around. I'm jacked up like a Chevy, but ain't heading to the levee. Lord have mercy, sakes alive. On this high step and double clutching, you're jamming chicken trucking on snow. Well, alright. Sticking toothpicking, possum greening, coffee sipping, roadshow passing through your town. A rambling gypsy on a roll with 18 on the floor and 18 pounding on the ground. I don't need to see bubble gum machine, blue lights flashing bright. On this eyeball and skids are crawling, 6 days without my darling, gonna make it home tonight. Plug plucking, chicken trucking, big wheels they're humming. High rate of fuel consumption, missing mama, needing living, rolling with the weight of sound. Running like a southern shaker, I don't need no 40 acres to turn this rig around. I'm jacked up like a Chevy, but ain't heading to the levee. Lord have mercy, sakes alive. On this high step and double clutching, gear jamming, chicken trucking on snow. Well, alright.
What's going on? What's going on? I saw all of y'all coming in here. We trying out a new setup here because of new YouTube regulations, right? New YouTube regulations. I'm not supposed to be able to go live because I don't have 1,000 subscribers. But we figured out an end round a game on that, so how about that? Let's see, I can't. Okay, so Rican Trucker was first. You beat Daniel. Yes. James Coker, what's going on? Long time no see. I think you were in Thailand during Matt's, weren't you? I'm assuming you made it back. It's me, Gary. Jonathan Wheeler, what's going on? Daniel's watching WrestleMania. Gonna catch the replay. Stu Manchu. Where's... You're putting me to sleep, Moja. Peppy Whamma Jamma, what's going on? Provost in the house. Josh Harpole. Kaisland. TJ Jones, top of the evening. Juan. He says that's enough. Oh, I'm interrupting American Idol. How unfortunate. Michael P., what's going on? Snowlords in the house. Is it Sunday? Is it Sunday? It is Sunday, right? I think it's Sunday. Little Viking Coach. Trucker for life. Burger. Burger made it in there. So yeah, we are I'm actually down on the west side there, Craig. I'm at the Flying J in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Albuquerque, New Mexico. We don't come out here much, but we're out here. And so yeah, we're gonna head on over. We're doing a 34. I'm doing a 34, and delivering Kingman Tuesday morning. Oh, Steve's got another round of thunderstorms coming through. Did you make it to whatever it was, name of the town you were going to? I'm assuming you did. That was a long time ago. Is the video... Now, I'm using a new app. Daniel suggested a couple, so I just tried one of them out. Is the video kind of pausing on y'all? Because on my tablet that I'm watching it on as well, it's kind of skippy looking. It doesn't look that way on my phone, but on the tablet down here, it's kind of pausey. Well, there was a couple of apps that he suggested I try, so I may try another one out. I'm not really, I don't know, I might could get used to this one, but I'm not super fond of it. "30 people shot in Chicago in the span of 3 hours." Well, that's kind of normal, isn't it? This is, Stream something. Streammate. I didn't pause till I brought it up. Yeah, never listen to Daniel. That's right. Well, so YouTube, if anybody doesn't know, for whatever reason, I'm not sure. They didn't really say why. They just sent us all an email. If you don't have 1,000 subscribers, you can no longer go live from a mobile device. You got to have a laptop or a webcam, neither of which I have in the truck. So the devices I have up to now used to go live have been my phones and a tablet. Well, neither of those work. I tried doing the end around by logging in on the browser to, regular youtube.com. Well, that didn't work either. So we're trying one of these apps, and I may try another one out and see if maybe it's a little better. I don't know, because I think that y'all can see the chat on the bottom of the screen as well as in the image there from what I'm seeing. So I don't know, but it works better than nothing, I guess. Yep, amateur, that's right. Chicago has strict gun control laws. How could that be? Well, what they're doing is they've put in 30 people per hour. Oh. They put in these strict gun laws, and now they're just waiting for the criminals to turn in their guns now that they see that that they're criminals by having guns. So that's what they're doing now. They've made the gun laws, and now they're just waiting on all the criminals, the people of less desirable situations. They're waiting on all of them to turn in all their guns because it's illegal now. So, but anyway, it's Sunday. We are in Albuquerque. It is, I guess, 7:30 local time. Arizona is, they don't do the whole switch time thing, so they're actually on Pacific, so it's 8:30 out there. So, I got a Tuesday morning appointment. We got out here kind of early today. I actually left Eastern Ohio Friday afternoon at 2 o'clock, and I rolled in here to Albuquerque Sunday morning. I got here around, I guess it was around 1 o'clock Eastern time. So a little less than 48 hours, we made it from Seville, Ohio to Albuquerque, New Mexico. Made it out here. I wanted to make it at least to Flagstaff. I really wanted to get to Kingman to do my 34, but I just didn't have the amount of time to be able to get there and do a 34 before my appointment. So we'll do it here, and then we'll roll out about midnight Tuesday morning, local Pacific time. So that'd be about, 3 in the morning my time. That's not too crazy early. And we'll roll out and just drive straight over to Kingman and unload. Could be down there tomorrow. I will done in Colorado Springs tomorrow afternoon. I will see what the board looks like. There you go. I'm in Kingman there, off of the exit where the Flying J's at, TJ. I'll be north of 10 off the exit where the Flying J's at. Something. What's going on? Yep, not sure what I'm going to do out of Kingman just yet. Don't have anything booked because I wasn't sure until yesterday if I was going to get a 34, if I wasn't. If I was going to get a 34, where was it going to be at? So I really couldn't tell what I could do out of Kingman. So I didn't book anything just yet. I didn't really see anything crazy that I liked anyway. Because I'm going to have to start my clock at midnight local time out there and roll 8 hours into Kingman and then unload. Won't really have a lot of time to do anything after I get unloaded. So more than likely what I'm going to do is I'm going to plan tomorrow. I'll be here at the Albuquerque just finishing up my 34. So I'll book something tomorrow for Wednesday. Hopefully. And then whenever I get done unloading Tuesday, I'll do my deadhead to wherever that is. It's either going to be there in Kingman if I get lucky, or I'm going to be in going up to Vegas maybe to get a load, or down to Phoenix area possibly. That's going to be probably my 3 choices, just depending on what I see. May take a run. I saw some pretty good pay-in freight out of Phoenix that goes up to Denver. So I may take a load Wednesday, headed up to Denver. Looking for a load to the Keystone. What? Huh? What? Now, Rican, Texas, man. Texas out of Phoenix is $1 a mile. $1 a mile. I was seeing stuff on the board out of Phoenix going to like Dallas and Houston, and it was $1 a mile. So I was seeing that you could get a little over $2 a mile going up to Denver out of Phoenix with empty cans or chips, some light stuff out of Phoenix up to Denver for a smidge over $2. I did see one thing out of Lake Havasu. I'm not sure if I remember where it was going. Oh, that was the other day. That was the one going over to Washington D.C. It was a NASA load, and it was actually paying really good for out of Phoenix area, out of Arizona. Lake Havasu, that's New Mexico. But anyway, right? Is that New Mexico? Anyway, it was Lake Havasu going to just outside of D.C. Less guns does not mean less likelihood of getting shot. That just means you don't have a way to defend yourself. Come on up here to New Hampshire where it's all fun and games. No thanks. No thanks. Okay, Lake Havasu, Arizona. Anyway, yeah, it was going to DC, and it paid really good. It was actually, when I say paid really good, Denver to California, this truck don't go to California. For one, I can't, but 2, I wouldn't. It paid really good. It was a little over $2 a mile all the way to DC, which out of Arizona, that's good money. Springtime projects, but anyway, I couldn't do it because it was going to a NASA facility. And the broker right off the rip, he was like, you can't be a felon, you can't have any major criminal history, no dogs or pets in the truck, and no weapons. And I was like, well, count me out. So anyway, that was a good load though, but can't do that. So now, I think if I see another group of those, carry a 9mm at the bar in Pittsburgh, New Hampshire, scary y'all. If I see another group of those Phoenix up to Denvers, I'll probably snag one of those because it's 180 miles or so from Kingman down to Phoenix. And even with that calculated in, it was still $2 a mile up to Denver for a 5,000-pound load. So, considering that's a 180-mile deadhead and $2 a mile out of Phoenix, yeah, I know it's going to Denver, but that would put me in Denver on a Friday, and then, you know, just drag something east out of Denver, back over to Kansas or something like that. There was some Phoenix to Casa Grande. I didn't see anything out of Casa Grande. I did see some Phoenix loads going there, but, you know, it's no miles, so it was like $250 or something like that. Lake Powell. I'm assuming that... Yeah, I didn't even look at Salt Lake because I don't have chains, and I'm not going to buy chains. They sell them here at the here at the Flying J, $129 a set. I'd need 3 sets. For one, I've never had chains on the truck, and I say I would never have chains on the truck. I guess if I really found a super good paying load going to Utah or something, I would guess I would consider buying them. But by the time I spend $600 or $400 plus some tax on chains, it would really have to be good paying to eat that cost and still pay good. But I can go to Denver without needing chains. Instead of going up through the woods and getting on 70 west of Denver, I could go... I routed it back through Albuquerque and up 25 to Denver, to where I wouldn't have to have chains to get to Denver. So, which I don't think is supposed to be any bad weather anyway, but you got to have them in the truck. Okay, you don't need chains on 80 in Utah. See, I'm not super familiar with all the chain laws. I mean, I actually called Rican the other day, Hector, and was talking to him about the chain laws to get to Denver if I decided to take one of those loads. So, Copper Mine south of Anna, good paying loads sometimes. Okay. We're in the USA as a little Viking coach. Aluminum cans out of Casa Grande, Rican. Yeah, actually, if you go on the Colorado website now, they've extended it to May 31st. It's all the way through the end of May. So, Colorado's chain law is now September 1st to May 31st. Isn't that crazy? I was on the Colorado DOT website or whatever, and it had a little YouTube video, and it showed right where the chain law was in effect, you know, where you had to have them in the truck, and it showed the dates and all that. So, yeah, they've extended that all the way to May 31st. Yeah, Rican, the loads I was seeing, they were on one of the Click and Go apps. I'm pretty sure you've probably seen them. They had a group of them. They're actually still out there. You could see some of them are gone, but there's still a group of them picking up Tuesday out of, I think they're out of Tempe. The app is on the phone that I'm recording with, so I can't look at it. But I think they're out of Tempe going to just north of Denver. They're not actually going to Denver. Just north. I forget. But they paid really good, and I haven't hauled empty cans in here, but Rican has the same exact trailer. His is just prettier on the outside, and he hauled cans, so should be fine to haul a load of cans. And if I see some more of those pop up for Wednesday, I'm probably going to snag that and go up to Denver for Friday, and then try to find something out of Denver back east on Friday. Hopefully I'm able to piece that together. I may be calling up a certain person who lives in Utah. Yeah, that's them, TJ. And see, even with my deadhead all the way from Kingman It's still above $2. So, or right at $2. It was above $2 when I went based on the miles that they gave me, but that was routed up through the woods and coming in on 70 from the west side of Denver back east into Denver. I don't have chains, so I had to route it through Albuquerque, which added some miles, and it brought it down to right at $2 with the deadhead and the extra miles to go through Albuquerque. So it's still really good out of Phoenix. Yes, going to Denver, but I'm not going to get any less of a rate out of Denver going east than I am out of Phoenix going east right now from what I'm seeing. There is a load I'm going to call on tomorrow that's going to Virginia. It would have to pay pretty decently, though, because it's going to be a Wednesday pick that wouldn't deliver till the following Monday because of how far it is. So it would have to pay a decent rate to drag it all the way to Virginia out of Phoenix. But we'll see. Uh-oh, Pappy's got to get his Walmart beauty sleep. All right, be careful, be careful. Enjoy your night. Thursday out of Denver is cans from Coors. Just empty cans? Well, I'm sure, I don't know. I can't haul beer. We got beer permits, but not for Colorado and such. We don't come out that way to be paying for all those beer permits out there. So, I mean, I could haul empty cans somewhere. Zach R., what's going on? I'm in Albuquerque. Albuquerque, New Mexico. It's funny, things that you put, file away in your memory. And as I got off the interstate here this morning, I was on the phone with James and Steve, and I come down the road here, and anybody who's familiar with the Flying J here in Albuquerque, you come off the interstate, come across the bridge, and you come down the back side of the Flying J and turn on the the road in front. And the minute I came off the interstate and headed down the road there, where the Flying J was off to my right, I immediately knew I had been here before. The thing is, I had been here before when I was a company driver at Werner in 2003. I remember coming out here as a company driver with Werner and dropping a load at the yard. We had a yard in Albuquerque somewhere. I want to say it was north on 25. And I ended up here at this Flying J. And I remember that just because I remember parking on the back road that backs up to the highway out there. And this was back when I was 21 years old. And I got out there, being that I'm from Georgia, used to the summer heat and humidity. I was amazed that I got out and was jogging the parking lot and up and down the sidewalk over there and wasn't even sweating, because I used to jog when I was in the parking lots and when I first started trucking, believe it or not, with this gut I'm carrying around. But when I first started trucking, I would get out and jog around. I don't know if it's circling on my tablet. Somebody let me know if y'all are good to go or what. Maybe it's back now. It was circling for a while. Farmington. Are you on the spot market, Zach, or are you at a carrier that has contract freight? Empty Coke cans from Denver to Las Cruces. That place you unload at in Golden is only 3 miles from the TA West in Denver. Just a heads up. Okay. All right, I'm good. All right. Yep, so not sure what we're going to do just yet. I've got all day tomorrow. I'll be sitting here on this 34. Funny, Kaislin. Funny. No, back then, we were all real truckers. We didn't have such things as safety vests. Those things didn't even exist then, I don't think. Everybody wasn't coddled to death like they are now. Back when I first started driving, you actually had to figure out where you were going yourself, and you had to make sure you didn't run your truck out of fuel yourself. So, yeah, no, there was no safety vest back then. Hauled out of there on spot, but now carrier. Okay. Yeah, I haven't, all week that I've been coming out here, I booked this load on Thursday, and since then I've been looking. I don't really know. I'd have to look and see how many miles it is from Kingman to Farmington. I haven't seen anything out of Farmington direct on the load boards. So unless it's more than 200 miles, because I've been doing a 200-mile radius search, unless it's more than 200 miles from Kingman to Farmington, I haven't seen anything on the spot market from Farmington. I've heard of Farmington, but I can't place it mentally in my head as to where it's at in relation to Kingman and Phoenix. But anyway, that's going to be the plan. We got all day tomorrow sitting here. We're not going anywhere. Yeah, all the maps. Hector is sending me something. I cannot look at it. Let's see. Let's see. Let me see if I got Hector in this other phone. I'll text you. Yeah, here we go. Message. Text it to this other phone, Hector. You got one coming now. Anyway, all the maps that were needed, you needed a box form all. Yeah, you had to have maps, and you had to call the shipper, receiver, get your directions. Farmington is north of Albuquerque. Okay, so it's north of Albuquerque, like you're headed to, like you're headed to, Denver. Steve's going to be load hunting tomorrow for Tuesday as well. Yeah, that's it. No, that's not them. Oh, I see what you got there. What is that? That's the other one. Look at the other Click and Go. They had the loads out of Phoenix up to Denver. Yeah. Farmington, good for pumpkins. But it's not pumpkin season. Yeah, they had a bunch. They posted them yesterday, Hector, for those were Tuesday loads. But I won't have the time to get down to Phoenix because I got to start my day at midnight tomorrow, or Tuesday. So by the time I get to Kingman and unload and then did the 3-hour deadhead, I don't think I could get one picked up in my 14. So I'm hoping that they throw some on for Wednesday. If they throw some on for Wednesday, I'm going to snag one up, and I'll just deadhead Tuesday after I get unloaded. I'll deadhead down and go to Danny's, get this thing a bath. We need a truck wash anyway, so I'll go over to Danny's and get a good truck wash, and more than likely just pay to park at Danny's, and then go get loaded Wednesday. Yeah, paint them green and tell them they're watermelons. That's right. All right, cool. Yep. I kind of figured that with as many as I saw on there for Tuesday. Kind of figured that it was going to be a daily thing. I'm just waiting on them to see if they throw some on there tomorrow for Wednesday. That's kind of what I was figuring, because it was all going to the same place. You can tell it's cans. Last year was $3 a mile from Farmington to Ohio. Well, last year was extraordinary. It won't be that this year. It won't be that now. Farmington to Ohio paid $3 last year. I imagine you'd be lucky to get $1.25 right now, because New Mexico back east typically is no good. So what was extraordinary high last year is back to normal now. But that's the plan, and enjoyed the trip out here. It's been a nice ride. Got lucky, no real major wind. I was having to hammer on it pretty good because I was trying, like I say, to get out here and do this 34-hour break. So we kind of disregarded the fuel mileage. Moonflea, what's going on? Met Moonflea at Matt's down there last week. That was nice to run into him there, and ran into Pamela B and her husband overtaxed in Minnesota. For the life of me, I can't remember his actual name, but anyway, ran into them, and who else did we meet down there for the first time? Trucker Jim. Trucker Jim is a cool dude. Ran into him. He ended up being in the parking lot, not parked far from us. He hung out most of the weekend. So, okay, so I'm still on 44. I'm still on 40. I'm in Albuquerque. I'm just going straight across 40 to Kingman. So, but if I do get a load out of Phoenix, I forget the number on the highway, but there's a U.S. highway that runs south out of Kingman into Phoenix. And I ran that way the last time I was out west here when I went to Vegas, and ended up going down to Phoenix to go east to Atlanta to avoid all the snow and everything in Albuquerque and Santa Rosa and everything. No, okay, I just came straight on 70 to St. Louis and 44 on down to Oklahoma City. All right, Burger, be careful, and we'll see you. Thanks for coming by. No, Moonflea is just either forwards or backwards. So, Rican's got his truck back. That's good. Yep, 93. That's right, TJ, 93. It's a good road. Now, when you get down about, I don't know, 2/3 of the way down or 3/4 of the way down, they put in, there's this one town where it goes from 4-lane down to 2-lane, and you zigzag through this little town, and man, they got roundabout after roundabout after roundabout, and they're not designed for truck. I mean, you can get through them with a truck, but you're jumping curbs and you're on the center section with the trailer axle. It's just a mess. These roundabouts are out of hand. But yeah. So I'll run down 93. I ran that way when I came out of Kingman before last time, going down to Phoenix to get on 10. So that's a good ride. It's not that bad, and it's not very heavily traveled. It's not, crazy travel. So, Searchlight. I don't know what you mean by that. Oh, the name of the town? I don't know. Well, Moonfully, even the iShift is not a true automatic. They're all automated manual transmissions. So basically, these are still manual transmissions. Yeah, I think that might be it, TJ. That might be it. They're just automatic clutches and electronics that control it when to shift. You still have it's still, they're called automated manuals. There's no clutch pedal. You have reverse and drive. And I can manually upshift it or whatever, but it's not going to be a true automatic like you would imagine would be in a car that has automatics that are in a car change gears with pressure in the fluid. Fluid pressure changes those gears, you know, and that's not strong enough of a situation for this. So you still have a manual transmission with your big main shafts and all of that, but it just is electronically controlled. So it's as close as you're probably going to get. Now, maybe, you know, in some years down the road, maybe they'll develop true automatics to be able to. Moonfully, I don't know. I mean, Steve probably outrun me on a takeoff. This thing is not built for taking off. It's built for fuel mileage. Yeah, they're in Arizona, down, I don't know, 2/3 or 3/4 of the way to Phoenix when you're coming from Kingman. You're nearly to Phoenix when you start hitting that town with them roundabouts. It's crazy. But yeah, these automatics, they're not built for taking off fast performance like that. They're built for fuel mileage. So you get up and get going slow, but it's all about saving money at the pump. That's all it's about, you know. And you know, I can remember as a company driver that would have upset me because it was all about go. You know, I got to turn the miles, and I wouldn't have liked it back then. But you know, when you're the one paying for the fuel pump, I'll take the slow and steady and try to save a few dollars. Yeah, right before the split with the diner. Moonfully, I think so. We've talked about it. It's probably 1/2 or 3/4 of a mile a gallon just from advances in the engine. You know, Steve's truck is a 14, I think, and James is a, I can never remember, 15, 16. Oh, Lord. Jeff's in the house. What's going on? Fuzzy math and electronic engineering. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, my truck is going to get a smidge bit better fuel mileage just with the different gearing, the automatic, the advances that they've got with the engine, because I've got the greenhouse gas 17 set up. I've also got a little bit different aerodynamics versus James and Steve. This being a 19, they changed the side fairings and the side skirting a little bit to better. Okay, yours is a 14. I knew yours was a 14. I couldn't remember if James was a 15 or a 16. But they changed the skirting a little bit to channel the air a little bit better. The bat fairings, or whatever you want to call the cab extenders, are not just straight up and down anymore. They kind of got an arc to them. And then instead of those just going straight up the back of the cab and being it, now they've got this piece that goes across between them and hangs off the back of the sleeper between the bat wings. So it kind of extends even the roof back a little bit. So it should be, just marginal things like that, difference in fuel mileage. All right, TJ, be careful. 3 o'clock comes early. Yep. It's not going to be long. I'm going to be headed to bed myself because I need to get up early so that I can sleep tomorrow evening, late afternoon, to get up at midnight tomorrow night and roll out. So I'm not going to be long behind you. I'm trying to get on Phoenix time or Arizona time now. It's now 10, 9, 7 o'clock Arizona time. So I'll be going to bed here shortly and get up at 4 in the morning or something like that Arizona time so that I can sleep tomorrow afternoon. But anyway. Watch out for the yotes. Well, be careful of your air pressure in an automatic. If you spin out on a hill and have to back down and tap your brakes too much, you might lock up the transmission. It gets expensive. Yeah, it's got a this one actually here, it's got a, for lack of a better term, spiders in the truck parking lots. There you go. Anytime I tap the brake pedal, the transmission disengages. So like when you bump up to a dock, it naturally wants to, that's one thing I like about this automatic. When I release the brake pedal, it takes off like a car. Now it won't just take off and speed up on its own, but it will roll and back into a dock or pull away from a dock or pull away from a fuel island just by having it in gear and take your foot off the brake. You don't have to rev it up and get the turbo spooling and all that and slam into the building or none of that mess. You can hook up to a trailer without ripping the kingpin off of it, and it's really nice as far as that goes. So with that being said, the way they've got it done, when you back into the dock and you bump to the dock, if you don't have your foot on the brake at that point in time, it starts to hunker down and try to push against the dock. And so all you simply do is, bump the dock, let it kind of push a little bit to make sure you're pushed in tight, and then just step on the brakes and set your trailer, pop your valves out. So it comes in handy. If you had a situation where you were on the brakes a lot, the minute you touch the brake pedal, it disengages the transmission. It doesn't want to be pulling, basically slipping the clutch while you're trying to hold the brakes on the truck. So but anyway, well, I guess we're going to slide on out of here. That's all I've got to talk about. I don't have anything else crazy, nothing, nothing earth-shattering. I will say this, I don't know if y'all watch, if you follow Ike or not. I'm pretty sure he doesn't watch my channel. But I did see a little bit of negativity out there. He's decided that it's time to come off the road. And I'll say this, that I met Ike last year at Dallas. And for the most part, he's just like you or me, anybody else who's got a passion for trucking and really wants to be successful, and I think he has been, but the problem becomes when you're an over-the-road driver as an owner-operator and you have nice equipment, because you can be home more often if you have junky equipment with low payments or no payments. That allows you to be home more often. But when you have pride in what you ride around in and you want to be somewhat dependable, you have new equipment, it makes it to where you have to work more. And there's a certain point in time where everybody starts to question whether or not the sacrifices that you make being gone are worth the benefits that you're getting. At this point, Ike has decided that is not, those positives don't outweigh the negatives anymore. And I commend him for at least coming to that conclusion. It's not for everybody, and circumstances change. I don't think it's for a lack of effort. Burnout factor, yeah, that's it. If y'all have been following Ike for any amount of time, you know he's tried it multiple times. So I'll say this, he has given a valiant effort. The different ways he tried to do the owner-operator thing, because I think that that's kind of the goal in this industry for a lot of people. You start off as a company driver, and there's some people that never have a goal of being an owner-operator, but for the most part, a lot of people have that as their goal. And it just doesn't always work out. But at least, you know, he's realized that, and so I wish him the best of luck. I doubt he'll ever see this, but, you know, there's a certain time when everybody has to evaluate what it is they're doing and the negatives that come with that, and whether or not the positives outweigh the negatives. And, you know, at his current stature or situation, he's decided that he needs to be home more often. So I commend him for, you know, being man enough to admit that and take the steps to try to make that happen. So wish him the best of luck. But other than that, we're just gonna hang out here in Albuquerque and broker taxis. Now that I'm trucking, I'm never going to run another business. I don't say never. Never say never. If you got your own truck, then you're running a business. I don't know if you're a company driver or got your own truck or not, but if you got your own truck, you're running a business. At least you need to be thinking about it like that. But anyway, we're just going to hang out here in Albuquerque rest of this evening and tomorrow, and then we'll be headed on over to Arizona, and then we'll try to figure out tomorrow what we're going to do the rest of the week. So, other than that, I hope everybody has a good evening. It's, I guess it's about 8 local time now. I don't know. Yeah, it's 8 New Mexico time. So, anyway, y'all have a good evening. Be careful. Be safe. Have a good, productive week. Go out there, kill it, make a lot of money. And we'll see y'all again. Remember, keep the shiny side up.